What we're going to talk about today is starting with self-reflection. This is the exact copy of what is in the course, Adulting 101. This is where it all starts, self-reflection. What is self-reflection? It's the process of looking inward and thinking deeply about your thoughts, feelings, actions, and experiences. It's like hitting pause on your daily life just to take a step back and evaluate what's going on inside you. This can involve thinking of things like how you're feeling about a situation or a decision that you have to make, why you reacted in a certain way about something that may have happened or didn't happen yet, and whether or not your actions are aligning with the person that you want to be. Now, self-awareness comes from self-reflection. Self-awareness is understanding who you are, your strengths, weaknesses, emotions, your values, habits, your character. It's who you are. It's about being aware of what's going on inside you and how it affects your behavior and your interaction with others. So why is self-awareness so important? 1, better decision making. When you know yourself well, you can make decisions that align with your true goals and values rather than just reacting to situations. You get to respond rather than react because you know the character that you can fall back on. 2, improved emotional regulation. This is something that took me a long time. This is really when it all turned around for me. When I began to develop the ability to control my emotions, that's when everything changed. So what is it? Self-awareness helps you recognize your emotions before they control you, and that's exactly what happens when you don't have emotional control. Your emotions control you. You can manage stress, anger, or frustration more effectively when you understand what triggers you. 3, growth and improvement. Reflecting on your actions helps you identify areas for personal growth. I have an exercise free link to the Wheel of Life. This is when you do a quick self-reflection of the 12 different areas of your life and figure out, where are the areas that I'm lacking in and what do I need to focus my main attention on right now to improve. And then once you improve in that area, you want to go into another area. So that Wheel of Life, you might start with no skills and it's this big. Maybe you're a 1, 2, 3 all across the board. And then slowly you build that circle out, right? And you end up with 7, 8s, 9s, maybe even 10s. Number 4, stronger relationships. When you're self-aware, you can communicate better with others because you understand your needs and can also empathize with what others may be feeling. And that is crucial. You need to be able to empathize with other people. The best skill you can have is authenticity, a genuine human connection with others. And the only way that's possible is if you try to think like, how would I feel if I was in that person's shoes right now? Number 5, alignment with your goals. Self-reflection keeps you focused on your long-term goals. It helps you check in your daily actions to make sure you're moving forward to what you really want in your life. And we do that also. We do goal setting, and we'll get to that in just a couple lessons after this. But these are the 5 things that make up self-awareness, that really bring out the importance of it. Better decision making, improved emotional regulation, growth and improvement, stronger relationships, and alignment with your goals. So pretty much self-reflection leads to self-awareness, and self-awareness allows you to live more consciously, make better choices, and continue to grow as a person. And that is what this is all about. If you're seeing this video at all, that's what you're trying to do. So we have the action task now. So I took the liberty of filling this out for you right here. This is my action task filled out. My self-reflection, my self-awareness, this is it right here. I can't ask you guys to do anything that I don't do regularly. This is the first one I've done in probably 3 or 4 months. I try to do this a few times a year. So we're going to go through this together. I'm going to use my own life as an example of what you guys should be filling out when you're taking this course. So first question is, what do I truly want in my life? Here's some of the things you think about. What makes me feel excited or fulfilled? What areas of my life do I want to improve or grow in? Well, what did I put? What do I truly want in life? To have an amazing family and support it by doing what I love. And that's what I do right now. Number 2, what does my ideal future look like? Where do I see myself in 1, 5, 10 years? What kind of person do I want to become? This is what I thought about many years ago when I started my journey of personal development. These are the things you have to start thinking of in order to ever get to the point where you love your life. That's the best way I could put it. So what did I put? What does my ideal future look like? Happy family, rock solid character, thriving businesses, helped 1,000 people. Hopefully more one day. Right now I set my goal because you have to have a SMART goal, realistic. Well, we'll get into that actually again shortly coming up in one of the next lessons. Number 3, what are my passions and interests? What activities or subjects do I love spending time on? How can I build a future around these passions? Well, first, I already am building a future on these passions, and I've done so for years already. But here they are: personal development, health, fitness, philosophy, stoicism, business, also sobriety. These are the things right here that I've focused on that have excelled my life beyond my wildest imagination, even 5 years ago. 4, what achievements would make me proud? What do I want to be known for? What personal or professional goals do I want to accomplish? Again, help 1,000 people transform their lives, leave a lasting legacy. So I'm on pace to do that, definitely by the end of my life. But let's just say this is, a 5-year goal to keep it realistic but also challenging. Let's call that a 5-year goal. So 5, what values are most important to me? What guiding principles do I want to live by? How do I want these values to shape my decisions and lifestyle? Again, these are the things I already live by, and they have already shaped my own decisions and lifestyle. And that's why I'm in a position to try to help you do the same exact thing with your life. So what are mine? Honesty, integrity, self-control, continuous learning, hence these books and many more and infinite resources online. Helping others, which I mentioned several times. Having peace and freedom. That is what it's all about. Really, that is the ultimate goal, to end every single day with peace and freedom. And by freedom, I mainly mean freedom of time and the decision to live how I want when I want. All right, we're on the next side now. 6, what challenges might I face and how can I overcome them? What obstacles or fears could get in the way of my future vision? What skills or support systems help me handle these challenges? This one took me a little bit of time. So first is, this can happen to anyone. Health problems. I'm in the best health I've ever been in my life, but you never know when something could happen. I've had physical injuries multiple times throughout my life that kind of really, held me down. And that's one thing, to get a little off topic, I want to talk about real quick is you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. Like, okay, yes, you go to the gym and you're very passionate about going to the gym, but that's what you pride yourself on. That's the only thing that really builds your confidence. When you get hurt, and if you're in this game of fitness for decades long, I promise you there'll be a point in time where you're hurt. Hopefully not injured, but you're definitely going to be hurt. So you want to be able to have your mind building up. You want to build your mental as much as your physical, and vice versa. You could be super smart, and then something happens, and you can't use that intelligence anymore. So you want to balance out your skills so that you're well-rounded, and God forbid any of these things happen. This is answering this question, like, well, how do you face these challenges? You just become well-rounded. You have to be prepared for any storm that may be on the horizon. And there is a storm on the horizon. I don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. What else? Business setbacks. Always a possibility. Anyone in business will tell you this. There's always setbacks. It's about how you respond. A lot of the most successful people in the world will tell their story, or already have, of how they had everything, or what they thought was everything. They lost it all, and then they built it back. Again, better, bigger, better. Loss of a loved one. Everyone is going to go through that. You want to take some time to grieve for this loss, but I like what other cultures do, actually, which is a celebration of life. I've already told my loved ones, God forbid anything ever happens to me, please don't show up dressed in all black, everyone mourning and depressed. Like, I want a celebration of life. Let's talk about the good things I've done, the people that I've helped, the times I've been there for people, made them laugh, the stupid stuff I've done that was funny, not the stupid stuff I've done that was not very funny, but stuff like that. So loss of loved ones, something, you want to be able to be the rock for your family that people, rely on for strength. Comparison. I wrote this as something to overcome. This is huge because in today's world of social media, it's a game of comparison. You might be just starting out. You're watching all these videos of people who have been doing it for a decade, 2 decades, and they're super successful, and they have the mansion, they have the supercar, or they have, all the girls, if that's your goal. But you have to think that comparison is the thief of joy. So only compare yourself to who you were yesterday and who you want to be the next day. That's it. If you can do that and keep your blinders on, then you're going to be happy. Comparison is the thief of joy. Don't compare yourself to other people. Betrayal of trust. This happens, like in life, in marriages, in business. People unfortunately betray the person that they say they care about's trust. So, you never know that could happen. I don't expect these things to happen. I'm a very positive thinking person. But if you're going deep on this question of what may happen, that may happen. Last I have is a communist government. Not to get too far into politics, but a smaller government is a better government, in my opinion. And I just don't want our freedoms infringed on any more than they already have been. We'll just leave it at that. So next one. What will my daily life look like? What kind of work will I be doing, and how will it make me feel? How do I want to spend my free time? Where will I live? Who will be a part of my life? Hopefully the same people plus more that are already a part of my life, because I'm very happy with the people that are in my life now. Well, I want to live in a barn dominium, probably somewhere in the middle of the country with a lot of land, at least, 5-10 acres. I want a lot of animals and a bunch of kids running around. That's what brings me joy. That's my ultimate goal is for that. I will have that. Just how long it'll take, I'm not going to quit until we get there, though. That's huge, too. I want to work for fun. I don't want to work because I'm strapped by money. I don't want to be a slave to the dollar like 99% of people out there. I am already free from that. I have left the rat race years ago. But there's a point where, you leave the rat race and you're not financially set up yet. But then there's a point where over years and years and years of consistent positive action, you become financially free. So I'm making all the right decisions now to be in that place, and that's my goal, to end up like that. And I'm not looking forward to retiring. I'm gonna be like Bob Proctor. Dude was 95, 6 years old, still making videos, still sharing knowledge with people. I learned so much from Bob Proctor, it's crazy. All right, back on topic. I want to be fully self-sufficient. And what does that mean? I don't want to live by myself in the middle of nowhere and not associate with any people. I want to be fully self-sufficient, meaning I'm not dependent on society for Even something as small as like groceries. Maybe once in a while we make the nearest Costco run, but like crops, I want to have a garden. I want to have, livestock running around. I want to keep it old school. I'm not trying to live in this robot world that they're pushing on us. Anyway, 8. What impact do I want to make on others? How do I want to contribute to my community or the world? What legacy or difference do I want to leave behind? This one is easy for me. When clients get older and their grandkids ask them how they changed their life, I want them to mention my name. I want to be in thousands of people's stories as the catalyst that helped them propel their life to a level they previously couldn't even imagine. That's my goal. And again, I will get there. 9. What will bring me happiness and fulfillment? What kind of relationships do I want to have with family, friends, or my partner? What experiences do I want to create for myself that will bring joy and meaning? I want to be the person that, to everyone I love and more out there, that people can turn to when times get tough and know that I'm going to be there for them. Whether it's words of encouragement, words of advice, or sometimes no words at all. Just being present. That is so undervalued. We're in a lot of situations where sometimes you don't know what to say to people to help them, and that's okay. Sometimes it's not about what you say, it's just being physically present with them. So that's my goal for number 9. Number 10, what do I need to start doing now to move this vision more towards the future? How do I make progress? What small steps can I take today that will lead to my ideal future? What habits or actions should I build to support my vision? This one is easy for me too. You know what it is? Be persistent and consistent. Persistent and consistent. Continue doing more of what I do on a daily basis. Leading by example. So reflecting on these questions regularly, physically writing these down like I just did here, you need to do this. This is the exercise. You should have the integrity to complete this before you go on to the next section in this course, because I already know this. It doesn't matter. You're not duping me by skipping past this. You're cheating yourself. And I want you to get the most value possible. This is why I take the time to go through this when I've done this dozens of times already in my life. I'm trying to show you this is all it takes. It took me 10 minutes to write this, probably not even. Now, I've done this many times, so it's a little quicker for me to come up with these answers. When you've never done this before, take your time. Don't be in a rush. One of our problems in society today is we're always in a rush. Like, we always have to get things done as fast as possible. If you live like that, I promise you, you're not going to have a lot of peace. So don't listen to the hustle culture where you're wasting an hour of the time you could be making money if you cut your lawn, for example. Well, if that's what brings you peace, go cut your lawn. If it makes you proud when you walk up to your house, when you get out of your car and you get to your house and you're like, yeah, I cut that lawn. And I'm using that as an example because I love that feeling. I do that. So reflecting on these questions regularly, it'll help you stay connected to your long-term goals and make decisions that align with the future you want to create. So this is our first lesson. This is self-reflection leading to self-awareness, leading to a life that you enjoy living. See you on the next one.